World War III, a first-person shooter releasing into closed beta in about a month on November 25th with paid access available until March 2022. What is it? What can you expect? Is it going to be worth your hard-earned cash? Well, let's talk about it. This is World War III, the Buyer's Guide. Welcome to the channel, gamers. My name is Tacti. I cover primarily hardcore tactical shooters, and this one has been a staple to the channel since way back when in 2018. So if you're looking to keep up in the world of first-person shooters, hit that subscribe button and tag along and probably hear some cringy jokes. But alas, let's get into the guide because you gotta know whether or not to spend your hard-earned cash. Because I get it, times are tough right now, and money is a little bit tighter than what it used to be. Oh, almost forgot to mention, if you link your Steam account onto the My.Games account there online, you're not going to be able to pre-order just yet. You'll have to buy it the day of release, something with the Steam terms and conditions or something like that. Veterans though, you've already got your stuff, so there you go. Alright, let's start with the general stuff though. What is the game World War III? World War III is a first-person shooter with gameplay that's centered around what they call playable realism. It's not super hardcore, but it's also not super casual. It holds a balance between the hardcore and casual elements. I'm going to make a generalized statement about what this game can be compared to, even though I know I'm going to get some sticklers in the comments saying, you can't compare that game, or it's not even close to that game. Dudes, just calm down. The internet will be okay if they just get the general idea of what this game is. It's not meant to be accurate. Anyway, if I had to give you a general idea of what this game is, I would say it's a mixture between some elements of, let's say, Call of Duty hardcore mode and some general elements and team play mechanics of Battlefield 4. The time to kill is fairly low, so a rough estimate here is about 3 to 5 bullets. That's the TTK, depending on where you hit and how you hit someone, because the ballistics of this game isn't like those other games either. But I'll get into the ballistics and armor here in a little bit. I want to talk more about the general game design. In the closed beta release of World War III on November 25th, there are going to be 2 different game modes. You'll have Team Deathmatch, which is self-explanatory, and Tactical Ops, or TAC Ops. Now, TAC Ops is a game mode where you've got to work with your team to capture specific objective locations on the map. You've got to capture 2 of the corresponding objectives in order to create a link so that your team can be awarded points over time. For example, A1 links with A2. If you capture both, you score points. If A1 is held by you and A2 is held by an enemy, you're gridlocked and nobody gets points. There are 3 total areas of the map as of now, with A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. First team to 5,000 points or leading at the 30-minute mark wins the game. When you're playing TAC Ops, you're placed in a squad with a squad leader ordering you around and telling you what to do. You get battle points from kills and capturing objectives, but you get them much quicker if you're following your squad leader's orders and get kills at the location he's ordering you to attack or defend. These battle points allow you to call in some type of strike, so whether that be a UAV or a counter UAV or a bombing run or your own tank, each one has a different value. Each one obviously costs a certain amount, so you better listen to your squad leader. The more you listen to them, the more you can call in. TAC Ops will be playable on 4 different maps, 3 more urban maps of Berlin, Warsaw, Moscow, and more of a hillside map, the snowy map called Polyarny. Now, they also showed off Smolensk in the trailer for the closed beta, so I'm not sure if that's going to come shortly after the closed beta release or maybe the open beta. I'm not sure. Now let's talk a little bit about the weapons and the mechanics of this game that makes it so unique. We don't know how many weapons yet you'll be able to use on the battlefield at this closed beta, but in the old build, there are 28, I believe, high-quality weapons to choose from, and from the recent alpha test, there were only about 19. So I'm guessing it's going to be somewhere in between that number. Your loadouts are based on your weight, so you can take 2 primaries into battle, but your speed will be greatly affected, as weight determines the movement speed. Customization in this game is heavy. There are both purely cosmetic upgrades that can change the look of your weapon, and performance upgrades including sights, suppressors, barrel length, anything like that. As far as the cosmetics go, you can change your pistol grip, your rail covers, and also, obviously, the skins. The same goes for strikes, which can be those vehicles. You determine the weapons in your drivable strikes and can change the skins of each part to your liking. This is one of the game's best features in my opinion because it offers loads and loads of player freedom, loads to work for. Next, I want to talk about gunplay, armor, and movement. Again, your overall movement speed is determined by your weight, so the lighter you are, the easier it is to zip around the map, but this is likely at the cost of higher tier armor and heavier weapons. When you're in the match though, every player has a standard walk, sprint, crouch sprint, and tactical sprint. This tactical sprint only lasts a certain amount of time before you return to regular sprinting. This is best used getting out of sticky situations and moving from cover to cover. Now for armor, you have a plate carrier and a helmet, and this is where this game is much different than any other game there. The plate level in your carrier determines how effective it is against which bullets, of course, and also your speed. More protection means slower movements. You can also choose to wear a helmet or not, and how heavy that helmet is But without a helmet, you're left without any protection on your head, and in a hardcore game like this, it means you're very easy to kill. But also note, this is the unique part, the armor only affects the areas that it's covering. So unlike Call of Duty and Battlefield, the armor plates only protect the chest, and then the helmet protects the head. If you get shot in the shoulder or the stomach, the armor basically means nothing. So keep that in mind as you're aiming and firing. Also from behind, it means you're pretty exposed from behind. Speaking of aiming and firing, the gunplay can be pretty difficult to control. There's a high level of randomness when it comes to your ADS accuracy. The recoil is heavy both horizontally and vertically and can be very difficult to control. This can be mitigated somewhat by the attachments, but most weapons offer heavy recoil. As far as time to kill goes, again, it varies depending on the armor and where you land your shots, but the standard assault rifle is anywhere around 3 to 5 bullets. With an SMG, it's probably around 4 to 7 shots. Pistols are about the same as SMGs, and DMRs are 2 to 4 shots. Snipers, 1 to 2 shots. A lot of factors come into play here, as armor can protect well against SMGs, but this is just an estimate if you don't hit any armor, or sometimes even if you do. Armor-piercing rounds can be very helpful as well. The game's progression system is where you play the game with your weapon, you level up that weapon, and you unlock attachments for that weapon. Then you use those attachments to continue the process. Weapon skins have some sort of system in them, but we don't really know for sure how they're unlocked. I'm sure there are packs you can purchase, as well as some being unlocked with blueprints, as there are blueprints for both. There's also this in-game currency, and I'm not 100% what those are used for. Those may be used for skins, or again, blueprints. So we're not 100% sure on that. We'll have to find out once it releases. Now that you know all that preliminary info, let's talk about what you get when you pre-order. Again, this will all eventually be free to play and have an open beta testing period starting in March. But right now, if you're really wanting this game, you can play for the closed beta access starting November 25th. Oh, also, if you previously purchased the game, you'll automatically have access to the game with a special Veterans Pack. So we'll go over that here at the end. All right, the packs here. The cheapest pack you can buy is $15 US, which is the private pack. This will be essentially just access to the closed beta with a special banner here and a special weapon emblem. It's as simple as it gets, but you get into the game, which is where you want to be anyway. Moving on, we've got the $30 pack. With this, you get the original banner with an extra banner, these 2 weapon blueprints, which come with their own attachments, and these attachments would usually be unlocked through gameplay, so you're essentially just skipping all that, as well as getting a unique skin on the weapons. Pro tip here, the AK is going to have a bit higher damage, so that's my go-to. Then you also unlock these 2 operator blueprints, which are the US and the Russian riflemen. Moving on to the next tier, which is the $50 tier, you get all those in the previous tier, plus an MG5 blueprint, the Ronin helmet, an extra banner, and then the Martyr Knight operations. The biggest thing that comes with this, though, is the Season 1 Battle Pass. At the moment, I have no idea what this Battle Pass looks like, but you'll get it. And then, for some reason, if you've got a lot of extra money laying around, you could purchase the $300 pack. In this, you get everything from the previous bundles, plus 2 extra strike blueprints, a unique copper skin, an extra banner, 15,000 in-game currency that I don't exactly know what it buys right now. At the moment, I'm going to assume that these are used to buy blueprints again or special weapon skins, something like that. Because in the closed alpha, all the attachments seem to be unlocked through gameplay, so hopefully that stands true. And when it comes to how much everything is, we're not certain on this either, obviously, but with $300 to pre-order a game, you better buy a lot of things. Now, if you're a psychopath, there's also the presidential pack, which apparently someone already picked up. But get this pack is $5 million. You can reserve your spot for $1,000. I hope they knew that when they hit that button. In the words of my friend Jamie, it's just a way to dox yourself with extra steps, because you essentially get a lifetime pass to the game and battle passes, but you also buy yourself a lead role in a movie, you get your face in the game, and you get a map based on your hometown. So if you're hoping to become that Hollywood star you've always dreamed of being, but never got the chance because you're really bad at acting, now you can buy your way into that cesspool culture that is Hollywood. Well, or could have if someone didn't already, so maybe they'll change their mind. Now finally onto us veterans who bought the game before. We've got the Lieutenant Pack, plus a little bit more, a special veteran skin, a strike blueprint with the Wolverine IFV, and a blueprint of the LMG that is a UKM, something I will likely never touch because I hate everything about light machine guns. They're heavy and ugly in real life. I'm a pretty agile dude, not really relevant to gameplay, but I do like to play pretend, and I want to act like my soldier would be me, and this light machine gun is certainly not me. But there you go, that's what you can expect with this game before you buy. Hopefully this helped you out some, but a word of advice here. Be cautious with any game whenever you're pre-ordering. Just know here you're not getting the full product. There's going to be an open beta in a few months, and the game ultimately is going to be free to play. So spend your money wisely. If you need that money for something else, don't waste it on this game. But that holds true with any game in my opinion. All right, this concludes this one. I am super stoked for this game. I'm very excited. I've been waiting for this moment for a very, very long time, so I cannot wait till November 25th to hop back in. Well, probably November 26th, because I don't know who the ding-dong wise guy is over there that chose Thanksgiving to release it, but that's neither here nor there. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you're still here at the end of this long video, you are a true hero. So I'll see you out there on the battlefield. But until then, be bold, be courageous, stay tactical.